everyone's experience is unique to them. And I think that, like, you know, through all of my experiences, that's what I continue to be reminded by, is that, like, one, you only know as much as anybody is willing to share with you.
Yeah.
And two, always, when you can, be kind.
Yeah.
The way that you receive people, you know, with just kindness in your heart. For anyone who's listening who is thinking, like, can I do this, or is it possible for me? It is. And on the other side, when you go and decide to break that mold, know that the trail that you're blazing is not for nothing. People are watching, they're paying attention, they're taking notes, and you are giving them the energy to do what they need to do too.
Yes, absolutely. And have the audacity to ask.
Yeah.
That's one thing that has been imprinted. My mama always taught me, if you don't ask, you don't get.
Right. Closed mouths do not get fed.
Nope. And you may hear a lot of no's. It's a redirection. That's not yours.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Reignite with Reet. This is Reet sitting here with Alex Bradberry, the owner of Sparkle Bar in Scottsdale, Arizona. She is a powerhouse woman. This is actually my first time meeting her in real life. I follow her on Instagram. She came highly recommended by another community that I'm part of, and she's an expander. I feel like you're an advocate from what I see of you and what you share. You advocate for women. You advocate for opportunity, equal opportunity, and you advocate for us to shine our light and sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to welcome you to Reignite with Reet.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I really, truly feel like it is an honor. Sometimes we may not know the person, but your energetics, I just feel like I want to be around it.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
I do. You show up. You show up, and I feel like I watch that, and you inspire me to show up even more. And, you know, on the days that we don't sparkle or we don't feel like it, you still show up, and you are creating like really insane opportunities for people I don't think, or I think sometimes we don't realize the impact we're having. So I just want to kind of, I'm going to dive deep right straight from it, because you also had a journey of, you're a survivor. If you don't mind me, if whatever form you feel sharing, can you share a little bit of that journey? You are a cancer survivor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wanted to just feel like called to just go there right now.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me. I feel incredibly grateful to be asked to share my story, because I do think it's important to share. I had a lot of expanders in my life through this cancer journey that helped me see what would be possible on the other side of cancer. So I appreciate you asking, because I believe that my story will help other people through a similar experience. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm so grateful to sit here across from you today, being cancer-free with no evidence of disease. It has been quite a journey over the past 2 years, but honestly, it has helped me become the person that I believe I am supposed to be and how I'm supposed to serve. So I've learned a lot of lessons as a result, and I think that I'm even more equipped to help in more unique ways.
Yeah. And how was that powerful? Like, being diagnosed, it must have felt like a punch in the stomach, right? Sometimes I feel like I've not been a survivor of cancer, but my mother has. Mm-hmm. And the ripple it had on me being part of that journey, I also felt a stomach punch. Mm-hmm. But I can't imagine, I don't know how that must have taken your breath away.
Honestly, I think it's one of those things. I don't think you know how to anticipate news like that. And so when I found out that I had concerning cells that looked like adenocarcinoma of the lung, which is lung cancer, yes, I was very surprised. I And I think it's natural for people to have, for all the thoughts to run through their head. I'm actually very grateful that when I was diagnosed or received that news, I had already been part of community and had people that I could immediately like call. I was also in the middle of doing this like book called The Artist's Way, Reading the Artist's Way. And in that book, I mean, I think it takes some people a lot of times to get through it, but they talk about something called morning pages and journaling. And I really started to get into the practice of journaling around that same time. So, as I was going through the process of appointments and figuring out what was going on with my body, I was simultaneously doing all these other things like walking and journaling and reaching out that really helped to support me during this really challenging time.
You had laid down the foundation.
I think unbeknownst to me, absolutely. Like I didn't realize like how important the people around me would be until it became everything.
Right. Did it take, like, sometimes fear can take over, right? Sometimes when we're about to embark on a journey, not sometimes, most times. What was that fear like? What was your attitude towards this?
It's so interesting. I think that because I'm an entrepreneur, like there is so much faith ingrained in me as a person, and I am somebody who leans heavily on my own personal faith, that it's easy to allow fear to creep in. And absolutely, I had, thoughts go through my mind, but I redirected myself in those moments too. So I maintained a lot of faith that I can only worry about like what's happening right now, and tomorrow has its own trouble. So just focus on like this day, this moment, this appointment, this scan, and we will deal with everything as it comes.
That is so powerful because essentially we only have one day at a time.
That's it.
Right?
It's all any of us has is like this moment.
This moment, not even a day. We have no idea. And I think from my mom's experience too, she just made it her mission that I got this.
Right. Like there was no, like that wasn't even a thought.
And I think that's the difference I've seen with the different approaches, right? Some people let fear consume them and their experience is very different. Others come in and saying, ultimately it's the creator's choice, but we co-create. When you show the creator, I'm worthy of life. I choose life. You get to choose life. And I think you're a living example. You chose life.
Oh, I firmly believe that I was very specific with my prayers, and I did speak life into my body and myself, and I prayed a lot and I meditated a lot. And that was really important. I was even very careful about who I shared with because I didn't want to hear about everyone else's journey per se. I wanted to stay focused on my healing.
Yes. Oh, that is a really integral, powerful part, who you surround yourself with. And we take that into all, like, I bet the same thing goes in your own business.
Right. Which is why I think I was uniquely prepared to also handle this. And it taught me so much, honestly. It gave me increased empathy and also even more purpose around my business, I feel.
Right. And you had, Sparkle Bar was already existed.
Yes. We'll be 10 this year.
That's what I thought. So you had already established this business.
Yes.
And essentially already passed through the COVID.
Yes.
So you've been through this massive journey already.
Oh, so many. I mean, yes, so many journeys. I mean, in the world of entrepreneurship, there are so many journeys. It is truly like a heart rate monitor. You are up and down. But that's the sign of life, right? It's that we're going up and down. It continues to keep us going. It is always an adventure, though.
Oh, I love that analogy because that's our pulse.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When you start like escalating things, it goes up. And then when you can finally breathe and calm yourself down, you can regulate that.
Right. But never are we flatline because we wouldn't be living otherwise.
Powerful. So you also are an expander. When did you take part in that?
So I was part of the first group of expanders, and I attended the third retreat as well. And so, I immediately knew that it was something that was for me. I, have watched a lot of the women who are in my group, and we just have grown together. And I just feel very lucky to be supported with such incredible expanders for me.
For those women that don't know what expanders is.
Yes. So that were like 7 times. Yes. Let's break it down.
Yeah, let's break it down.
So we've had the pleasure of meeting and connecting at this wonderful event called Powerhouse Women. And so within the Powerhouse Women community is another group called Expanders. And it is comprised of women who are, high 6-7 figure businesses and who just desire that community and connection, but not necessarily like a container specifically to consistently meet week over week, but just having that connection and that opportunity to get away and to like really deep dive and come back and, regroup and reset and get that, your cup filled.
Yeah.
And that's truly what it has been. Every single opportunity I have to connect with my fellow expanders, it truly does fill my cup. I feel so supported by the women in this community, and I just feel really grateful to be part of it.
You have 2 daughters.
I do. Girl mom.
Girl mom. I'm a girl mom too. I have 1 daughter. How's that shape your life? Like, how's that constantly keeping you on your toes? Motherhood is a journey of its own.
It really is.
There are no manuals. There's no instructions, directions. You're just, like you said, heartbeat.
I read something a few weeks ago, or I heard it somewhere, so sorry I can't credit the person that shared it, but they mentioned that you are just as old as your child, which makes so much sense. Like my oldest is 14, and when it comes to the age of being a parent and her mom, we are exactly the same age. We are rolling through this day, this moment, this year together for the first time. So it has taught me so much. My gosh, my kids are my greatest teachers, right? And they are like my purpose. They are the reason why I decided to go all in and pursue entrepreneurship, because I knew that if I wasn't willing to go all in on something, then how could I tell them to do the same? So they've just been so much motivation for me. But being a parent is absolutely not the easiest journey at all.
No. You don't become a parent to have an easy ride.
I mean, I had no idea, but honestly, I can't remember my life before kids, nor do I want to. Ultimately, that is like my legacy or my kids. They are what and who I do it for. My responsibility, I believe, as a parent is to prepare for 2 generations, and that they are the why.
I love how you put it. You're at the same age as your child. I felt that, but I didn't really know it in the words. Because there's literally times my daughter, I'm 45, but she'll bring me down to my 8-year-old knees. I am crying with her.
Yes.
I am tantruming with her. I'm saying sorry with her, to her, because yes, I know I'm supposed to be the adult in the relationship and be mature, but she's my mirror. She triggers and she presses on that sore spot, and she's like, oh.
Yep.
And not intentionally. That's the gift in parenthood. You wanna level up, have a child.
Right. And it's hard to parent the you out of you, right?
No. And if you are if you have that bit of self-awareness, or you want to be better, leave that legacy, that is the journey you take. Right? You go all in and you say, I'm going to continue to ride this.
Oh, absolutely.
Roller coaster, because you can't get off.
No.
They need you. Yes.
I mean, I still need my parents, of course.
Right? We all do. Or a form of it. You know,
Yes.
some of us don't have our, and God bless, you know,
Yes.
thank you for their lives there and for bringing us here, but you need your community. And if you're lucky enough to have your parents in your life, it's a blessing. It's been a struggle, something I've gone through in and out in my life, where I've pretty much most of my life I've either had one parent, one passes away, and then a long time without the other parent. So it's been challenging journey that's been my gift to come back home.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes through our traumas, we can either disassociate, disown ourselves, put it outside of ourselves. But until we come full circle and being like, oh, I chose the parents that I was meant to in this life.
Mm-hmm.
And as effed up in my, as life might seem sometimes, and being like, oh my gosh, why me? No, that is the gift.
Right, you are the one.
You are the one for your own transcendence. You are the one for your own healing. And excuse me, lunchtime. But it's a journey to even figure that out, though. How's your relationship? And like, you seem to be like, love your parents.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my parents are, I'm an only child, so I am close to my parents,
Yeah.
my family, and the family that I get to choose, the people that I keep around me. I've got an incredible support system. I mean, I couldn't have, the experience would have been so much more challenging had I not had just the handful of people that I did. So, if you don't have that built-in community or a great relationship with your parents, like getting to choose the people that become part of your lives and your built-in family is a gift.
I love that you said choosing, because not all of our families are like, we have levels of dysfunction.
Oh,
we
all have a story, yes.
All of it, a story, right? And not all of us get that two-parent family.
Right.
But you don't have to rob yourself of that. If you only open your heart and allow people to come in, another parent will show up that's meant to help you, be your community and your tribe. You just have to make sure you're open to receiving that and you're not shutting it out. And I love that I didn't know you were the only child, so now I'm like, oh, my child is an only child, right? So
she's going to be fine.
Yeah, it's definitely something that weighs. Because one, she asks for a sibling. And two, I'm like, sweetie, that's closed. Business is closed down there. But you will make your own siblings in life. I said, friendships can be very close. Don't label them. Think of them as your brothers and sisters. Everybody, right? And if you take it in that way, you will be blessed beyond belief.
Oh, for sure. And truly, you don't know what you don't know.
No.
Everyone's experience is unique to them. And I think that, through all of my experiences, that's what I continue to be reminded by is that, one, you only know as much as anybody is willing to share with you.
Yeah.
And two, always, when you can, be kind.
Yeah.
There's a difference between being nice and kind.
Yep.
And it's just, the way that you receive people, with just kindness in your heart.
That makes me feel so much, a little bit of peace. Like, I know I don't chase validation, but it's nice to get it, being like, oh, she'll be just fine. Because as a parent, you always wonder, I'm like, oh, whoa, is there going to be entitlement and this? Probably a little bit.
Maybe,
You can't not in these days when, she's got a good life.
Right.
Way more than
Which you worked hard to give her, right? And to bless her.
And I don't
with.
want it any other way.
Right.
She's going to have her own experience.
Right. Sometimes I think about that with my own kids, and not that I had a very beautiful upbringing as well, so I don't expect them to be so aware. But sometimes I'm like, you are just so just around a bubble, which is kind of beautiful. They're just they get to be kids.
Yes.
And they're not, they don't have these experiences that have required them to not be this way. Yeah. So part of me also is I'm grateful they're kind of just flighty in the head because they're being kids.
And it is something that we get to give that gift.
Yes.
Of them being a kid.
Yeah.
Right? Some of us had to raise people.
Siblings or things and be latchkey kids or, and honestly, when people think about or ask me about success, what makes me the happiest is the fact that I get to do pick up and drop off. And that I've set my schedule in a way that I don't start meetings before 10 and I stop at 2 so that I can be there for the activities.
Yes.
And while monetarily I'm not exactly where I aspire to be, that richness is in the fact that I have the freedom of choice, and I am just so grateful for that.
And that's where I'm creating.
Exactly. Yes.
I took a lot to have my daughter, and I was like, I'd be damned if I'm going to let that be robbed of me. We get this short amount of time that goes really quickly, and that's also important. I want to be at her school events. I want to be that
Right.
annoying volunteering
That's
parent.
right. That's me. PTO. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm like, I want to scare your friend a little bit and be like,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm on campus. We're here.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm going to take up space. Yeah, this hair is going to be there.
Right.
You know? And it's fun. As much as I know she'll be grateful later. She's already grateful in a way that she doesn't show it. She's too cool for school. But like, I know I'm giving her something that I didn't have.
Yeah.
And it's a foundation and a compass. When you have your internal compass like calibrated, not being in constant like fear and survival, I think of it as I'm raising the future generation. So a future president or a prime minister or a big girl doing big things. And I don't care if she's not a prime minister. Big things to me is being a kind human. And that's how I'm like embedding our values in her. And I feel like if your nervous system is kind of growing up, has space to be held and all the colors and diversity, then you're going to have that much more opportunity to succeed and show up for other people.
I mean, honestly, her even seeing you come here and do this is probably so expansive. Like, you have no idea the ripples of impact you showing her, you following your dream is having.
And thank you for saying that. Sometimes as, you know, you're a little bit ahead in age with your daughters. And I always feel like we always have a little bit of mom guilt. That doesn't go away. We know that. But you just kind of channel it into exactly like what you said. What I'm creating is for us.
Yeah.
For me.
Well, yes.
To fill my cup so I can show up for her.
Yes. Yes.
Because we've done the whole thing where we martyr ourselves and we are burnt out in the corporate world and doing all the things. But now I want her to know everything is possible. Everything is possible. There are no limits. You also have to take accountability and responsibility for that. When you know everything is possible, you're the driver.
Now you hold the keys.
Now you're the key holder, the driver, and you will be the creator of exactly the destiny you want.
Yep.
And you get to plug into the highest power that created us, right? So this is the conversations I love having on my podcast, because I think a space like this needs more expansion. Women and moms out there that sometimes go through struggles, have big dreams, but feel kind of stuck, or the guilt, and say, I'm like, feel those feels and then heal those feels so you can move on.
Right.
Because you got to move.
Yes. Well, 10 years ago, I knew that it was going to be very important for me when my daughters were in high school, which is where my oldest is now, that I would be present and available. So I made a plan. I was like, 5 years into the business, I'm going to transition to full-time Sparkle. And so for anyone who's listening who is thinking like, can I do this, or is it possible for me? It is. And on the other side, my daughters see me having conversations, doing things like this, and for them, the world is truly their oyster. They literally have no limitations. Sometimes they ask me for things and I'm like, the audacity, truly. But they are just so good for them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually really glad that they are just willing to ask for what they want. And I want them to carry that with them always. So when you go and decide to break that mold, know that the trail that you're blazing is not for nothing. People are watching, they're paying attention, they're taking notes, and you are giving them the energy to do what they need to do too.
Yes, absolutely. And have the audacity to ask.
Yeah.
That's one thing that has been imprinted. My mama always taught me, if you don't ask, you don't get.
Right. Closed mouths do not get fed.
Nope. And you may hear a lot of no's. It's a redirection. That's not yours. Go. Keep asking.
Right.
Get in another room. If you take no the first time somebody tells you and take it personal and shut down, and sometimes that's part of our journey, but get back up and go.
Right. Right.
And I think I think I'm an immigrant. I say double immigrant because I went from India to Canada to now I live in Hawaii.
Okay.
And it's given me this sense after doing some work and coming back home to myself and being like, I'm a human being first. I'm going to take up space. Sometimes I have had to prove getting citizenships and green cards and having to do that inner work to be like, oh, why is this bringing up some anger? Why do I have to prove myself to be just here? But that is part of the systems that we're breaking.
100%. I mean, my business exists specifically for that purpose.
Yes.
To overserve an underserved audience. I'm also the daughter of an immigrant. My mom is from El Salvador, so I'm the first of her siblings born in this country, and my dad is from New York, and I'm an only child. And I absolutely agree that we get to rewrite the story, and that is my whole purpose of being, to help people and remind them that what makes them special and what makes them unique is that they are created one of one, and there's no one that can do you like you, and we're here to celebrate that. And the way that we do that is enhancing your already amazing features using our medium of choice, which is makeup.
And you guys do a good job.
It's a fun experience, right? But it's truly more than makeup, right?
yeah.
It's all about like you
Yeah.
and feeling like the best you,
Yeah.
because we're just going to add color to your already beautiful eyes. And what we want you to remember is that the thing about it is it's a blessing because you can see and your legs can move and your mouth can talk and what you say to yourself matters. This is a more than makeup experience. I've watched people walk in one way and leave completely transformed because they feel seen and like somebody has poured into them.
Yeah. And truly, I was like dragging this morning because we've had a big weekend, but that was me asking you for help yesterday. And I'm glad I did, because one, I'm like, I want to support this, and one, I want to feed into myself.
Yes.
And let another, and learn something. Because that's the evolution of a woman. Keep growing, glowing, have the audacity to change your mind, change your style, and build another identity if you want to.
Right.
Right? Just build it from authenticity and like self-love.
Right.
And I love doing that, and I love everything you're building, and I can't wait to continue to watch.
Ditto.
What do we got more? What's happening more in Sparkle Bar community? What's coming up?
What's new and next for us? Okay, so we are going to be 10 years old this year, which is really exciting, especially having been through a pandemic and having a brick and mortar. So for us, that means growth. And we've recently launched Sparkle Academy, which is how we are adding artists to our roster and now growing our team really globally, focusing specifically on markets like Miami, Nashville, Vegas, California, hopefully Hawaii soon. We'd love to come there.
Let's do it.
I mean, because, it's true. There is a Scottsdale everywhere, and people are getting ready for things all over the world, whether it's a baby shower, wedding, birthday, bachelorette, and people deserve to feel beautiful and be reminded of that. So we want to make that as accessible as possible. So look for us in a city near you, hopefully soon.
Yeah, I love that. I was I was kind of stalking your Instagram. Not stalking, but I
love a little recon.
Right? I was like investigating. And I saw that you went to the former vice president's event, because I was just like, this woman is like, whoa, the multifaceted and just like high roller over here. What was that all about?
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Honestly, business has opened doors for me that I would have never imagined. It's been a really wild experience. I was invited to the home of the former Vice President, Kamala Harris. So I was in D.C. I literally was in the Vice President's home. It was such a wild experience. I had the opportunity to take photos with her and just be around other movers and shakers. It was pretty awesome, and I feel incredibly grateful to have had that opportunity.
I purposely wanted to bring that up because I want the listeners to know how anything and everything is possible.
Truly.
And for everybody. Do not let any status, race, or gender prevent you or let you label you. Because we are here like immigrant, child of an immigrant, immigrant, living our dreams.
Absolutely.
And creating them. Nobody handed it. We created it.
Yes. And you know what? Doing hard things will continue to build that confidence in you that you can keep doing. Before I was invited to the White House, we passed a legislative bill, a law here in Arizona. And so each experience that I've had that has like challenged me, whether it's been opening a business or even a cancer diagnosis, has helped me become who I truly feel like I'm meant to be. And it gives me more and more confidence, has invigorated my faith, and it gives me a lot of hope.
It's expansion.
Yeah.
We are here to expand and evolve, right? I remember when I was in a more of a contraction, I felt a bit stuck. I wasn't ready for the next level. You have to expand your mind and do the work, open your heart, and say yes to receiving.
Yes.
Well, in all forms, receiving, whether it's the challenges, the opportunities, the gifts, the lessons, take them all and pivot as necessary.
Yes. Yes. I mean, say yes to the invitation to go to an event or to be on the podcast or to send the scary email or to make the post.
Make the ask.
Yes. One little action at a time helps to build that muscle.
For sure. And even building this podcast, it took some audacity to be just I went from I don't even know a lot of this audience but I want to ask these women. And yes, I had moments of self-doubt and that voice saying, oh my gosh, come on, Reed. And then I was just I'm going to do it anyways. And here we are.
Right?
Right? That's how
you dreamed about this and now here we are.
And when, I can literally just remember saying, I dreamed about living in Hawaii 20 years ago. And here I am. We create our life. So allow yourself to daydream and then become aware of what you need to change and what rooms you need to be in, who you need to surround yourself with, because it requires that growth. It requires you to get uncomfortable. Do hard things on purpose.
For sure.
That we have that logo in where I work out. It says, do hard things on purpose. We do hard things on purpose. And I say that. And in this season also, for a little bit, right now, being hard for me is being still. I got a tattoo the other day saying, be still. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes in life, we're just moving. And I had to intentionally ask myself the question, what's my intention? Am I trying to fill up space? Or do I want to come at my next level with intentionality and really be with a clear vision of what I'm building? Instead of just coming out of that immigrant survival mindset that, to a degree, it pushed me to get here. But my next level requires a different woman that is emotionally regulated, that is self-certain, not afraid to ask for help, and help other women lift them up too. And I see you give back quite a bit with Shine, with all kinds of initiatives. Mm-hmm. Is that part of your core values?
I do think it's important to help, to be a helper.
Yeah.
And so thank you. I and for us, it's we give back when we can. So if it's a gift certificate or something that's going to help create awareness or add money to a cause, and we definitely want to support. We're so grateful to so much of the community who has supported us. And I think it's really important that we also give back.
For sure. Give and receive comes hand in hand, right? Mm-hmm. We have two hands, one to give, one to receive.
Right.
I want to, we learned this weekend. What's your next big audacious ask? I want you to say it out loud.
My big next audacious ask. So I shared we launched Sparkle Academy, and you just mentioned the nonprofit side of what we do. We are working to create an initiative that helps support women impacted by the justice system become makeup artists so that they can become their own business owners. The gig economy is something that's big. People do DoorDash and drive for Uber. So this is another opportunity for us to help support people who, even though they are second chance employment opportunities, and oftentimes people go and learn a lot of skills after having been incarcerated and get degrees and have done their time and paid their debt to society, don't sometimes get those opportunities to to try again. So a lot of people are forced into entrepreneurship because they don't have another choice. And I believe that makeup artistry creates a pathway to a career that allows people to pull themselves up by their own bootstraps and get to work and do something that's creative and also really lucrative. So that's the goal.
And channel that energy
Yep.
into rewriting your story.
Yep. Yes.
Oh, gosh, you are a powerhouse, definitely.
It's a goal. We're trying. We haven't done it yet, but that's the goal. So you said audacious. Here we are.
It's already on its way.
That's right.
You know, if you can't speak it into existence, it's never going to.
Right.
You can't, you're aligning yourself to being even bold enough to ask.
Well, I like to say you speak what you seek until you see what you said.
You speak what you
Speak what you seek until you see what you said.
I'm so glad I have that on video. I love these analogies. I find like I write them down.
Yes, I'm a quote person. I'm
Me
like,
too.
yes.
I have a whole book.
I can and I will.
Yes, I have a whole book that I write it because there's those challenging moments where I need to reaffirm and I need to rewire that whatever that fear is coming up and be like, yes.
Yes. That. And that's like just a full circle moment here. That's why community, being choosing your people, attending events, putting yourself out there, because when you need to equip and be reminded, whether it's through a quote or a friend, they're there.
Oh, yeah. And that's been my experience. Like, we have Steph here just doing her thing.
Yes.
We had all the women show up today. You were one of 3, and it was an ask, bold ask, and here we are. I don't know what's on your schedules, but that's real. I have to also remind myself, partly that's not my business. My business is to give the opportunity and make the ask. How it comes and drops into my life, surrender and be open. And be also open and not take it personally when the answer's no right now. Because I also received a few of those and I was like, okay. And then I was like, I'll ask you later.
Next time, I'll be back.
Don't worry. Either you coming to me or I'm coming to you.
Happily coming to Hawaii. I'm sure they would.
That's why. I'm
Right?
like,
There's
somewhere.
a carrot for you.
Yeah, exactly. That's part of the incentive. Like, have big dreams.
Right.
Because you're going to draw people into, like, having big dreams and reminding them, too.
And truly shoot for the stars, because you must. Even if you miss, you will land in the cosmos, and it's going to be a beautiful experience. So I would encourage people just to dream the dream. You were not given those dreams. They were specifically given to you. They are meant for you. So run and take them.
Oh, that is the best way to kind of bring this to like a full circle and close. Shoot for the stars. You're going to land in the cosmos anyways. There's no wrong spot for us. It's just going to propel us to our next big leap. Quantum leaps.
Right.
Oh, I feel like we're going to have one. Like, we're already having one.
Oh, we'll run this back this time next year and see.
There's going to be definitely round 2. I see it. Oh, my gosh, Alex. You've already given so much. You've sprayed into my audience. I'm going to ask you, what is the legacy you want to leave?
Well, that's a great question. The legacy I want to leave.
For your daughters, for the future of this world.
I just want to leave this earth when my time, not now, just having left the people that had any type of interaction with me better. I want for anyone who spent time with me to have left with a positive experience, and that my kids grow up to be awesome people and amazing humans. But I've truly just done my best to just be a good person and to have integrity and to lead with my heart. So hopefully that is who I am when people remember me a long time from now.
Well, I think it will be.
Thank you.
You know, as long all the people you show up for, and you're creating ripples and you leave mark on people's lives. And I'm so grateful I got to meet you in like the flesh and got to like be in this energy with you. And you got like this big, beautiful personality. And it was like the perfect like last interview today.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that.
Oh, it was, I'm filled.
Yay.
Like there's all of these things we leave wanting to do after big events. But I know now why it happened this way. because it gave me that momentum of being like, yeah, all of those big asks, all of the big dreams, reaffirms like just go for it and keep showing up with women that are already doing it and also have those big audacious dreams, because those are the ones that you're going to create with. Those are the ones that are going to lift you up and give you the words of wisdom,
Right.
or support you,
Yes.
show up for you, and do the things that is going to get you. Ultimately, we're here to serve, right? In capacity, whether it's our families, ourselves, the global environment. And you can't do that alone. You can't make the impact we want to make with the people, the dreams that we all have alone. You need women to show up.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Alex. I am like truly grateful to have met you. Again, I've said that multiple times, but I truly believe there's a reason why women come into your life. And that's why I know you're here, to remind me that I can also go to the president's, well, not this current president, but sorry, guys.
But yes, that could be you too. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You can't be what you can't see. So absolutely.
Yeah.
It is available for all of us.
And I wish so much success, and I hope you launch Sparkle Bar all over the world.
Thank you. From your lips to God's ears.
Yes. And so it is. Can you tell my audience if they want to do Sparkle Academy, or where can we find you?
Yes. If you want to stay up to date on our latest adventures, which are all kinds of things, please follow us at the Sparkle Bar. So it's the THE Sparkle, SPARKLE Bar, BAR, on all platforms. So TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and you can follow me at Alex Bradberry. And I would love to connect with more people who are looking to learn more about Sparkle Academy. It's a 2-day immersive in-studio experience. So for anyone who actually is also looking to open up their own makeup studio or business, who wants that hands-on practical application and learning inside of a working studio, this is for you.
Oh, well, you heard it from her mouth.
Yay.
This is the CEO of Sparkle Bar. So if you're looking for something new, we'll have all of this in the show notes.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me and the
My
opportunity to
pleasure.
share.